Hello, everyone. On this podcast episode, I'm going to talk about fame. How you should be cautious of fame. If you're someone who seeks fame, you have to be careful. You have to know what you're getting yourself involved in. Many people only see the benefits of fame, they don't see the downsides of it. And that's why you have to be careful. Why? Because just because something looks harmless does not mean it is. Many people see fame as, the only thing they need in this world. As long as they're famous, people will like them. Their friends will like them again. Life will be good again. They'll be happy again. They'll become a successful human being. They'll live a life of bliss and happiness. Don't let that deceive you. Don't let your own delusions deceive you. If fame itself made people happier, all these famous people won't be coming out complaining about how fame ruined their lives. You won't be seeing all these famous celebrities killing themselves. If fame itself was that great, all these famous celebrities won't be killing themselves, would they? All these famous celebrities won't be getting assassinated by random strangers, would they? If fame was that great. You're looking at a lie. You're looking at a smokescreen. Whether you're famous or not, you will still be you. Whether you're on the left side of the world or on the right side of the world, you will still be you. Whether you're running or you're standing still, you will still be you. Whether you're rich or poor, you will still be you. If you hate yourself now, guess what? When you become rich, you will still hate yourself. Why? Because you haven't changed. The whole world has changed, but you haven't changed. You're still you. You're still the person you hate. Remember, you're the one who hates yourself. If you're someone who's running away from themselves, if you're someone who believes fame will somehow make you like yourself, somehow will make, fame will somehow transform you to a different person, you're wrong. Fame will not change you in any way, shape, or form. You will still be the same person that you hate. All those things that you hate about yourself, they will still be there. Whether you leave this country and move to a different country, you will still be you. All those things you hate about yourself will still be there, waiting for you. If you go, let's do a basic exercise, right? Go put on your most expensive clothing. Put on your most expensive clothing, your most expensive jewelry. If you're a woman, wear makeup and doll yourself up. Make yourself look good. And then go stand in the mirror. What do you see? If it's someone who hates themselves, they will not be able to look in the mirror at themselves without feeling annoyed. They will start to feel annoyed by looking at themselves in the mirror. Why? Because behind all that makeup, behind all that fancy clothing that you wear, behind all those jewelries that you wear, you're still there. The same person that you hate is still there. All that jewelry didn't stop that. All that jewelry didn't transform you to a different person, did it? The same person that you hate is still staring back at you in that mirror. If you look at a mirror right now, right? And then you go to a different country and go stare at that mirror, guess what? It's the exact same person that you hate staring back at you. The same person that you hated all your life is the same person you'll see right there, staring at you in a different country. Whether you become a celebrity or not, you will still be the same person. You don't change. Nothing can change you except yourself. Fame will not change you. This is why people who were depressed before they were celebrities are still depressed till this day. People who were depressed when they only had 10,000 followers still commit suicide when they have 1 million because they haven't changed. All those millions of followers didn't prevent them from dying, did it? Do you know how many people die on social media? They live stream their own deaths. These so-called celebrities, these so-called influencers live streaming their own death. All those followers that they have, didn't help them at all, did it? They have so many followers, yet not a single one of them could help them stop them from killing themselves. That's how useless fame is. Because fame would never change you. All those things you hate about yourself, you will still hate about yourself even after you become famous. If you're someone who doesn't hate yourself, well, fame will not change anything in you. If you like yourself now, you will still like yourself when you're famous. If you like yourself over here, you will still like yourself over there. If you like yourself on Earth, you will still like yourself on the moon. If you like yourself right now inside this Milky Way galaxy, when you're living in the Andromeda galaxy, you will still love yourself exactly the same. Why? Because you haven't changed. You are the same person. The outside world can never change you. Your personality is born. You were born with that personality. Your physical appearance, you were born with that physical appearance. Even after all those plastic surgeries, if you're someone who loves getting plastic surgery, even after all the plastic surgery you get, when you look in the mirror, you won't see all the changes. You'll still see the same person that you've always hated. You. Because after you've broken yourself, your body up, and transformed into somebody else, there'll still be someone in this world that'll recognize you. They'll recognize who you are. And that's you. So every time you look in the mirror, you won't see your new face. You'll still see the same ugly face that you always hated. You'll still see the same person that you've always hated. Because if you don't love yourself, you'll never be able to love yourself no matter what you do. If it's fame that you seek, if you think, okay, let me become famous first before I love myself. Let me become famous first before I start to appreciate who I am. That's not how this works. Even after you become famous, you still realize you're still the same person. You haven't changed. The whole world has changed around you. You're not living, in an expensive apartment, an expensive house. You may have a girlfriend, you may have a boyfriend, but in the end, you're still the same person that you hate. And that's the problem. Nothing in this world can change you except yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself. You have to learn how to appreciate yourself. And in order to love yourself or the world or anything, you have to be content with what you have. You have to be happy with what you have. You have to find the joy in what you have. If you don't appreciate what you have, you will never appreciate anything in this world. If you don't value what you have, you will never value anything in this world. Why? Because it's basic logic. The moment you get it, you will no longer value it because you don't value what you have. If you don't value what you have, the moment you get what you're chasing after, you realize it has become part of what you have, and you don't value what you have. When you don't value what you have, you will never be happy because you always feel as if you don't have enough. When you always feel as if you don't have enough, there will be no such thing as happiness in your life because you'll always be jealous. You'll always be envious of others. You'll always be in a bad mood. You always see things that you hate about yourself. The problem is in the world. The problem is you. You have to find ways to enjoy your life. You have to find ways to enjoy yourself. You must be content with your life. You must be content with who you are. God didn't create you into this world to behave like somebody else. You were not born into this world to mimic somebody else, to shape your body into the shape of somebody else. You were born to be you. You were born perfectly as yourself. God created you perfectly as you are. You don't need to be somebody else for God to appreciate you. And you don't need to be somebody else for other people to appreciate you. You don't. There are people right now who only behaves like themselves, and they're still loved by everyone else around them. They don't need to pretend to be somebody else for people to love them. People love them all the same. You don't need to be somebody else for God to love you. God will love you all the same. You have to understand, fame is the greatest illusion. If you think you'll only be happy once you become famous, even after you become famous, you still won't be happy. because you're still you. The same mindset that you had when you were not famous is the same mindset that you have right now. The mindset that I will not be happy until I get something else. What I want isn't valuable enough. The only thing that's valuable is what other people have. What other people have is valuable. What I have isn't valuable. That's the mindset of you. That's the mindset that you have. That's the mindset of a greedy person. What other people have is more valuable than what I have. If you have that mindset, even after you acquire what other people have, you end up realizing it's now what you have. And you don't value what you have, remember? When you don't value what you have, no matter how much you get, you will never value it. If you don't value how many, followers you have right now, if you don't value the fact that you don't have any fame, even when you gain fame, you still won't value it. You'll still see it as garbage. There's so many people who have accomplished many things in this world, but because they don't value what they have, they still kill themselves anyways. They still commit suicide anyways. The problem is in the world. The problem is them. When you don't value what you have, you feel no desire to live in the world. But the problem isn't that the world doesn't give you enough. It's that you never value what you have. If you can't be content with what you have, you will never be content in this world. If you can't value what you have, you will never find anything valuable. You need to be careful of fame. If you're someone who seeks fame, you have to know this is a wall of duality. Something that appears harmless isn't really harmless. Something that appears beautiful isn't really harmless. Something that appears holy isn't really holy. The sun appears so beautiful, but do not let its beauty deceive you. Behind that beautiful sun, there's extreme heat that you can't see. Your eyes are incapable of seeing heat itself. Since you can't see heat, you see the sun is a beautiful, holy ground. But just because the sun looks beautiful does not mean it's not dangerous. Do not be deceived by the beauty of fame. Just because fame appears beautiful does not mean it's not dangerous. You only see the benefits of fame. You don't see the downsides of it. And there are a lot of downsides to fame. You only see the benefits of the sun. You don't see the downsides of it. And one of these days, if you fly too close to the sun, the flames will burn you into ashes. The flames that the sun releases will burn you into ashes. And one of these days, if you fly too close to fame, the fame itself will burn you into ashes. The hidden detriments of fame will ruin your life. And there are detriments to fame. You don't see it because you only see the benefits of fame. You don't know their extreme downsides to fame. Just because a snake looks harmless does not mean it is. Just because a poisonous snake appears harmless does not mean it is. When you see a snake, it doesn't have arms, so it doesn't have claws to claw your face with. A snake doesn't have legs, so it doesn't have legs to rip your stomach open with. Doesn't a snake look harmless? But just because a poisonous snake appears harmless, because it doesn't have arms or legs, it doesn't have sharp claws to tear your body to shreds with, it does not mean a poisonous snake is harmless. Just because a poisonous snake looks like a harmless rope on the ground, does not mean it's a harmless rope on the ground. Do not let the illusion of weakness deceive you. Do not let illusions deceive you. Just because fame appears harmless does not mean it is. Just because the sun appears harmless does not mean it is. Fame is very dangerous. The more famous you are, the more you bring people that you don't like into your life. Fame is like it's like a flame in the dark. When you light a flame in the darkness in the wild, right? You're not the only one that sees that flame. The more famous you are, the brighter that light shines. The brighter that light shines, the more people you don't want pays attention to that flame. That's how fame works. You're not only drawing people to your doorstep that you like, people that you don't like will also come to your doorstep as well. When you light a light in the darkness, you're not the only one that sees it. Dangerous predators also see that light. And you have to be careful of the dangerous predators coming towards you because they're drawn towards that light. That's how fame works. Not only good people will see you, evil people will see you as well. People who love to kill others will see you. People who love to kill your kind. The more famous you are, the more those people pay attention to you. The more famous you are, the more the serial killers pay attention to you. The more the lunatics and criminals pay attention to you. The more the violent lunatics pay attention to you. You're not only drawing nice people to your life. All your fans aren't all nice people. The more famous you are, the more the lunatics of society get attracted to you. The more they want to be around you. If you hang around violent people for long, it's only a matter of time before you get killed. It's only a matter of time. If you hang around bullies for long, it's only a matter of time before you commit suicide. It's only a matter of time. They will bully you until you kill yourself. And the more famous you are, the more of these bullies come to your doorstep. The more of these violent criminals come to your doorstep. It's not all joy in the wall of fame. It's not. You're not only bringing kind people to your life, you're also bringing dangerous people to your life as well. If you hang around enough dangerous people, it's only a matter of time before you get killed. It's only a matter of time before you become their puppet. Out of fear, you start becoming the puppet of these dangerous men, these dangerous women. They'll treat you like a slave. And there are too many cases of, celebrities being treated like slaves by the people who once were their fans. There are too many cases of billionaires with money, or even not billionaires, just people with money and connection, people with power, using celebrities like pets and toys. They seek fame without realizing that the more famous you are, the more these powerful men want to play with you like a toy. They will take away your freedom. They'll start treating you like a slave. You only see the benefits of fame. You don't see the downsides of it. And there are downsides to fame. You're not only drawing good people to your life, you're drawing people who have evil intentions to your life as well. People who don't like you. Guess what? There are a lot of people in this world that don't like you. The more famous you are, the more those people pay attention to you. If there are too many people that don't like you in this world, it's only a matter of time before one of them decides they want to assault you. They want to harm you. And the more famous you are, the higher the chance of that happening. The higher the chance of someone trying to harm you. The higher the chance of someone coming to your doorstep on a random Saturday, on a random week, on a random day, trying to kill you. It happens all the time. There's so many cases of celebrities getting stalked, getting assaulted, getting death threats, getting almost killed by their own fans, by random strangers that they don't even know. You think the world of celebrities, the world of fame is all roses and happiness. It's not. The more famous you are, the more fans you have. And these fans are very controlling. Many fans want to tell you what to do. And if you don't listen to your fans, you won't be famous for long. All your fans will turn into your enemies. Yet there are too many fans and there's only one you. You're the only one there, and there are all these fans. And every fan has his own request. They want you to do this. They want you to do that. They want you to meet this requirement. They want you to release this song if you're a musician. They want you to release this content. They want you to do this. They want you to change your content. They want you to change your behavior. They want this, they want that. Every fan has its own demands. Every fan wants to demand something from you. That's the life of a celebrity. The life of many people trying to tell you what to do. The more famous you are, the more people will try to tell you what to do. The more people will try to control you. The more people will try to turn you into their slave, their personal toy, their personal pet. And if you don't do what they tell you, And if any of them are powerful men or powerful women, you won't live long if you offend very powerful people in this world. You won't live long. If you offend them, you won't live long. That means some people you just have to bow down to. Just for, out of the fear of your own safety, you have to bow down to their demands, even when you don't want to. That's what fame gets you. You become a puppet of society. You become a puppet of your own fans. If you want to live a life where you're not being controlled by your fans, don't seek fame. If you want to live a life where you have full control over your life, not one of those fans tell you what to do, not one of those, celebrities or people with power, you want to live a life where these guys don't tell you what to do, these powerful people tell you what to do. If you want to live that life, don't seek fame. Because the moment you become famous, these controlling people will start to tell you what to do. They want to dictate how you live your life. The choices you make will start to offend them. The choices you've always made that no one was offended before. Guess what? Now that you're famous, now these powerful men will be offended by your choices and will try to force you to do what they want you to do. Fame isn't as easy as you think it is. It isn't a world of just happiness and joy. There are consequences to fame. Just because just because hell appears beautiful from the outside does not mean hell is beautiful. Does not mean hell brings you happiness. Just because the sun appears beautiful does not mean it's not dangerous. Just because the snake appears harmless does not mean it's harmless. Be very careful, because looks can be very deceiving. Just because fame appears like the Holy Land does not mean it's the Holy Land. There's a reason why celebrities are, turning into drug addicts, turning into meth addicts, turning into suicidal, depressed people after seeking fame. There's a reason for that. There are major downsides to fame. If you're someone who wants to seek fame, not only will fame not change who you are, because you'll always be the same person no matter where you go in this world. No matter where you go in this world, you'll still be the same person. No matter how famous you are, the same person that your parents gave birth to is the same person that you'll see there. No matter how famous you are, you'll still be the same person that your parents gave birth to. You won't change one bit. The things you hate will still be the things you hate. The things you like will still be the things you like. Fame will not change you in any way. Yet fame brings a lot of consequences, a lot of detriments that you may not be able to handle. It's hard to cater to all these fans that you have. And when the rich and powerful men become your fans, you must cater to their demands. If you don't want to go missing, you must cater to their demands, especially the rich and powerful men in your country. Maybe the ones in other countries may not have much to do with you, but definitely the ones in the country, it's easier for them to get to you than anyone else. The very powerful men in your country, when they tell you what to do, at some point in time you have to do it. You have to bow down to their demands. And you don't want to bow down to their demands. But that's the cost of fame. The cost of fame is, at some point in time, you become a property of the country you live in. And the property of the country must bow down to this country. The more famous you are, the more you become a property of your country. The more the country itself will determine how you behave. And if you don't follow their rules of how a celebrity is supposed to behave, you won't live a long life. You won't live a long life. If your country goes against you, it's hard to live a good life when the country is going against you. When your own countryman goes against you, it's very hard to live a long life. That's the cost of fame. Be very careful of what you're seeking, because you may be seeking hell instead. Chase after things that bring you happiness. Chase after things that bring you joy. Chase after things that make you a better person, that makes your life more enjoyable, that makes your life more peaceful. And know exactly what you're chasing after before you chase after it. Stop chasing after illusions. Fame is an illusion. Stop chasing after the sun. The beauty of the sun is an illusion. When you get to the sun, you realize it's not as beautiful as you think it is, and it's far more dangerous than you could have possibly imagined. Be very careful in this world. Just because something appears beautiful does not mean it's beautiful. Just because something appears harmless does not mean it's harmless. So that's it for today's podcast episode. I pray for everyone's safety and understanding. Amen.